All right, well, as always, thanks for joining. Well, today I'm giving you guys a channel update and we're going to cover my 2024 turkey season. I tell you what, it's been a busy season of life for me. Just a few weeks ago, my oldest daughter got married and we poured a lot of effort into that. It was kind of a DIY wedding, so we had a lot of projects and a lot of stuff, so I have not put out a video in probably close to 2 months. And I've spent the last couple weeks editing 520 gigs of video for my daughter's wedding. So I've been working on that project. While that's been going on, I've had a ton of stuff that I've been trying to work on but just haven't had time. I've got product reviews stacked up like crazy. I've got a bird feeder camera. I've got New View Hunting has sent me a ton of new products to try out. We've got their see-through blind. We've got their new bow backpack. We've got their brand new trail camera. I've got a couple of bino harnesses from them. I've got a fanny pack style, like backpack. I've got a couple of journals that they sent me. I've got a flashlight review for another company, and I've got a few other things to get caught up on. So I'm going to have tons of review videos coming up, as well as some other fun stuff. We've got the bino giveaway. If you don't know about that, you're going to have to search some of my last videos and find it. Ton of stuff to get caught up on. That's where my life has been for the last few months, but hopefully we'll start getting some videos posted. So on to my 2024 turkey season, and I recorded this video probably over a month ago, but it's just taken me forever to get it edited and stuff, so we'll pick up with past Jeremy. All right, well, as always, thanks for joining. Well, today we're talking 2024 Michigan turkey season and how my season's been going so far. So I was able last year to gain access to about 370 acres of private land, which was just super cool. At the beginning of the season, I thought I had lost permission on that property. I kept contacting the owner of the property and was unable to get any response. And then finally, 3 or 4 days into the season, I finally got to talk to him and get confirmation that I could hunt there again. Had a couple issues with that, but finally was able to get out on the 20th of April. Went out one time and had a couple of birds that just wouldn't come into the field. On the 27th of April, I was able to go out with my future son-in-law, take him out for one of his first turkey hunts. And I will be honest, I was a bit selfish, and I told him that the first bird that comes along, I'm shooting. That way I could spend the rest of the season focusing on getting other people birds. So while we were sitting there in the blind, 2 toms looked like they were headed in towards our decoys, and I was super excited. I thought we were going to get a chance to be able to double up, but they just wouldn't come in, and it kept raining and stopping and raining and stopping throughout the morning. So we were both standing up stretching, and all of a sudden I looked down and here comes 2 hens with a tom following them. And sure enough, they read the script. They came on into the field, and as soon as that tom saw my Jake decoy, he puffed all up and he was running in. And I wish I'd have let the video footage play out a little bit longer, but I just couldn't help it. I ended up shooting him before he made it to the decoys, but was super cool. My future son-in-law, he was there with me and able to see that whole thing, so hopefully we're going to get him on a bird later this season. But it was a great bird. Had a 9-inch beard, had like 1.25 inch spurs. Last year was my first bird, and it was a Jake, so this is my first tom. So gonna do a fan and everything like that, but it was really cool. Not the biggest beard width-wise or anything, but 9 inches long, so that was just super cool. We'll add that to the wall. Ended up making a couple of wing bone calls out of his wings. So hopefully we'll be using those maybe later this season to call in some other birds. Still learning how to play with that. And then May 4th, my brother-in-law was in town, and we ended up, happy Star Wars Day, by the way, May 4th. And today is Cinco de Mayo. I'm filming this. So yesterday afternoon, I took my brother-in-law out, and we were hoping that we were going to see some birds. And we sat there for quite a while and didn't see anything. And then finally I noticed about 500 yards away, I saw 2 heads pop over this hill. And I tapped my brother-in-law, Jeff, and I said, "Hey, Jeff, is those birds?" He's like, "I don't even know what you're talking about." Handed him the binos, and sure enough, we had a couple of birds coming. We thought they were hens, but they ended up working their way slowly towards us. And as they made their way into our field, Jeff told me, hey, I think those are jakes. And this was going to be one of his few opportunities to be able to get out and hunt. And I know some people may not be big fans of shooting small jakes, but we're in it for the fun and for the meat. It's not about the trophies necessarily for either one of us, and it was just a good time. And I told him, man, hey, if it makes you happy, shoot one of those birds. So we did decide we were going to let the birds come in all the way to the decoys and just kind of see what kind of action we were getting. And he picked the bigger of the two jakes, and it was really funny. He ended up, we had a miscommunication. He thought the gun was ready to fire, but the safety was still on, and he jerked the trigger. We laughed, had a good chuckle about it, and then he smoked this bird. It dropped right there, and the other jake just didn't know what the heck happened, and it ran off. So just like that, overall, it was really cool. So over the last couple of weeks, I was able to get a bird. Jeff was able to get a bird, and hopefully I'm going to get a couple other people out throughout the season as it wraps up. But life's busy. My daughter is getting married in less than 2 weeks, so we've got a lot of projects going on around the house, getting ready for that. So was able to at least get a few hunts in, and hopefully we'll get one or two more, but we'll see how that plays out the rest of the season. If you want to see some more turkey hunts, you can check out my first turkey video up over here. And you can also check out the turkey hunt that I took my brother on where he shot a bearded hen, and that's going to be up over here as well. And as always, thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next time.